At a very early age, I was conditioned by men to find the hottest girl that I could find and do something sexual with her. And I can remember going back telling my boys about this experiences of some of these men, and they give me the pat on the back or tell me how good of a job I did. And when I think about it even more, my entire upbringing, the sphere of influence was all corroborated what I did. The movies I watched, the music I listened to, the conversations I heard adult men have, all corroborated what I did. And to be honest with you, it felt really good because it affirmed me. It affirmed me as a person, it affirmed me as a young boy becoming a man. And for a very long time, that's what I thought manhood was all about. And but thank God for athletics, thank God for himself, because what it did for me is that it gave me a different focus instead of girls, and that was very helpful for me growing up. But I grew up, and I wasn't even aware that my conditioning was even an issue until my mid to late 20s. And it was about that time where I started to grow through some significant personal development. And I started to ask myself all type of questions. And one of the questions that I asked myself was, why did I look at attractive women like they were a playground? And I was never disrespectful to these women. I didn't, in fact, I valued them then, I still value them now. But a lot of the times, with these attractive women, they would become my playground in my mind. But the reality is I'm a man. I'll always be attracted to women. And sex will continually run across my mind, even as a married man. But I've come to understand that there needs to be a level of maturity within myself and within you that can look at a woman and look past her beauty and see the type of woman she is, appreciate her for who she is as a human being. Here's a challenge for men. Looking at an attractive woman like this is not as entertaining. But if we don't create some discipline in our minds around this, we'll never be able to deeply connect with women, and we'll continue to miss out on the uniqueness of femininity. Now, I could just say, look, I'm a man. I always behave this way. It's my instinct, it's nature, but man, the reality is you and I are much more than our feelings and the thoughts that we think inside of our mind. We have to recondition our thinking, and it's going to be a challenge, but things can be unlearned. Here are 3 things that we can work on to stop objectifying women. Number 1, confess to yourself how you see women and be brutally honest about it. Number 2, now men, this is where the work really begins. Ask yourself this question: why do I think about women the way that I think about women? Give yourself the time to really sit and think about this question. Now begin to understand, or at least think about the impact your thoughts and your behaviors have had on your approach to women. Number 3, challenge yourself to be better. Become very aware and sensitive to how you're looking at women in every aspect of your life, be it in a magazine, at a coffee shop, at the gym. It doesn't matter where it is. It can be church, wherever it is. Stop to think about how you're thinking and how you're feeling about women at that moment. Now listen, like I said before, it's going to be a challenge because you and me, we're conditioned to think and behave a certain way in our minds about women. But like I said before, it can be unlearned. In the process of getting to the place where we look at women like human beings instead of just looking at their beauty is a worthy process. And I think that that's part of what it means to being a man. Taking on the responsibility, doing the things that are difficult, and then finding success even through the struggle.